Guys, check this out. Today, we're taking a look at the GoGoBot D1. Now, this is an AI-driven conversational robot dog, and as well as being cute and rather demanding, this is a pretty cool piece of kit. It's completely programmable, it's conversational, and like I said, it's AI driven. So if you want to see what this little AI robot dog can actually do, stick around. I'll be back in just a few seconds.
YouTube. Dave here from Seen Through a Lens. Nailed it.
I normally do this bit on my own, mate, so sit down for a second. What's up, YouTube? Dave here with Seen Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. We make lifestyle videos and all things tech, so if that's your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon so you could be notified of new videos. So guys, yes, this is the GoGoBot D1. He's asleep at the moment because he is a little bit chatty, let's say, but essentially it's an AI powered robotic dog that combines the usual kind of things that you would get with a toy like this, but actually brings this into the real world of serious technology. This thing can walk, it's got all sorts of different movements, it's got tricks, it's got app control, it's got programming, so you can program scenes and actions, etc. And it's got proper two-way AI conversation and intelligence, I would say. I suppose it is the I in the AI. But anyway, you can also change the AI personality. It can react to touch, avoid obstacles, and there are sensors built in to help protect it if it's picked up or dropped. So you know what? Quite a lot going on in here. But guys, before we get into it, GoGoBot did send me this D1 for me to take a look at and for me to give my honest opinion. And guys, you know that whatever I review, you're always going to get my honest opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, of course, he's out of the box already, but you know what? Let's have the unboxing experience. So, first up, open the box and we've got some paperwork. Now, this paperwork is definitely worth a read. Some paperwork I open up and I think, well, what's it all about? But this is definitely worth a read as this little fella is feature packed. Then guys, we've got a hardware remote control, so you can get the D1 to do some of the pretty basic stuff just with this remote controller. So you know what, straight out the box, you can move him around, you can get him to do some actions, and you know what, you can kind of get to know him, dare I say. Anyway, then you also get a charging cable and the D1 itself. Now, looking at the D1, or maybe we need to give him a name, right, or something like that. But anyway, we'll call him D1 for now. And first off, it's definitely not trying to look like a real dog. This thing has got a very, very robotic design, but the ears, tail, and all those articulated joints give it quite a lot of character. Now, around the body, we've got USB-C charging, we've got the main power switch, and we've got a touch-sensitive area on the top of his head, which, you know, when you touch it, play with it, it actually responds. So, you know what? Yeah, it's quite novel because we all want to pat our dogs on the head, right? And just to let you know, because there are quite a few moving joints in the legs and also around the unit, I don't really want to call him a unit, but you know what I mean. But there are some pinch points, so there's labels all over this thing, so it's something definitely to be aware of, particularly if you've got younger children using it. And lastly, guys, it's got a screen for a face, so you know what? All of its expressions, good and sometimes bad, are displayed here. So enough of looking at it on the table. Let's turn him on. Now, straight away, this is where the D1 becomes quite interesting, because unlike some little robot toys that simply have wheels underneath, the D1 actually walks on those four articulated legs. Now, this thing can move forwards, backwards, it can turn around, it can sit down, lie down, and perform, quite a large selection of different movements. And you know what? The cool thing is there are two main ways of controlling him. Now, I know I keep calling him, but you know what? Let's just go with it, right? So First way to control him is with that supplied remote control, and I actually like the fact that GoGoBot have included this. Yes, there's an app and we'll look at that in just a second, but sometimes you just want to pick something up and use it without having to get your phone out. And from that remote, guys, we can move the D1 forwards, backwards, we can steer it, change the movement speed and trigger some of those built-in actions, and it responds pretty much straight away. Now, if we move over to the GoGoBot app, now, you know what? This is where you can get a lot more control. I mean, a lot more control. Once the D1 is connected via Bluetooth, there's an on-screen remote control, but we also get access to a much bigger selection of actions. So we can make him sit down, we can make him lie down, offer a paw, wag his tail, jump, sniff, stretch, nod. And there's also dancing, bowing, push-ups, yeah, push-ups, right? And kicking a ball, along with a few more slightly amusing actions. And some of these are clearly just there for a bit of fun, but the movement itself is actually pretty impressive. Those legs, the body, the tail, everything just kind of works together. So it's got far more, or I should say he's got far more personality than something simply rolling around on wheels or barking and jumping backwards. Now, there's also normal and faster motion speeds, and on the right surface, this bad boy can move surprisingly quickly. Now, guys, another feature inside the app is programming. Now, I'm not going to disappear down some kind of massive programming rabbit hole in this video, but essentially you can combine different movements and actions to create your own routines, and that's pretty cool. And I think, you know, it's a nice addition. It shows the power of what we have here already today and what's to come in future software releases, because rather than this simply being something you remote control around the room for 10 minutes and then kind of put it back in the box, there's actually an element of experimentation, easy for you to say, and STEM learning built into it as well, making this more educational and instructional rather than just a toy. But all of that said, the feature I was most interested in is the AI. Yeah, the AI. I mean, inside the app, we've got different AI personality options, including things like caring sister, innocent child, and chatterbox. So you can actually change the style of conversation and personality that you get from the D1. And once I'd set mine to English, I can have a proper two-way conversation with it. So to activate AI mode, you just say go go. So whilst I think I have mine in innocent child mode, and the fact it's quite annoying, like, well, some children are, right? I mean, they are, yeah? So that's quite impressive, because it isn't simply listening for a command and then playing back a pre-recorded answer. You can have a genuine back and forth conversation with him. I even tried playing 20 questions. I thought of an animal. I answered questions. I asked it a ton of questions of different things. And you know what? It answered me back. And these aren't pre-recorded. These were just random things that I thought of. But you know what? It was pretty cool. Now, the interaction is fluid, but can be a little bit slow at sometimes. But you know what? That's just software, which is only going to improve over time. Now, like I said, the personality I was testing was definitely quite playful. In fact, occasionally it gets a little bit carried away. Yeah, that's what I meant by annoying. But that's also why having those different personality options is useful, because you can change the style of interaction rather than being stuck on one type of response. GoGoBot also says the D1 can remember previous conversations and interactions. So the idea is that rather than having every conversation starting completely from scratch, it can remember things and build on the previous interactions over time. I mean, obviously that's not something I can properly judge during an initial review. I'm going to need to live with this bad boy for considerably longer to see how that memory actually becomes useful. And yeah, you know what? I'm sure we can come back after a month or so and I can let you know how our relationship is working out. But the real-time conversational side certainly worked pretty well during my testing. So let's have a little go at showing you my time with the D1 so far. Go. How you doing?
Chilling.
Chilling?
You? Got snacks?
Oh no, I haven't got any snacks. It's too late for snacks.
My tummy is sad.
Well, don't be sad. It'll be morning soon and you can have some breakfast.
Pancakes?
Maybe. Probably more like toast though.
Toast is okay. Butter? Jam?
Yeah, butter or jam, or maybe some peanut butter. How about that?
Peanut butter wins. Jam is too sticky.
Can you spell cat?
C-A-T. Easy peasy. Want to try a harder word?
How about dog?
How about what? Give me a word.
Dog.
D-O-G. Hey, that's me. Want another word?
Yes. Let's go for anti-disestablishmentarianism.
That's a mouthful. A-N-T-I. Wait, is that one word? Let's try something simpler. How about cat?
We just did cat, but yes, I was only being funny when I gave you that long word. But anyway, good try, good effort.
Hey, thanks. You're the best. Want to try another word?
No, I want to see if you can walk forwards.
Woof! Look at me go. What's next?
I want to see if you can do some push-ups.
Push-ups? Piece of cake. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Want to see me do more?
Yes. Yes, do some more.
5 more. I'm a fitness machine. Want to see me dance now?
I want you to tell me what the date is today.
It's the 20th of August 2026. Now back to the game.
My game is, what is the square root of 9?
It's 3. But wait, are we still playing 20 questions? I'm playing dead with a smirk. Perfect for a dramatic video ending, right?
Right. So there you go, right? Pretty chaotic experience. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. Now, there's something I have to say about the AI features, right? Some of these features use a subscription. And at the time that I tested this, it was around £9.90 a month, or about $9.90 a month, or $99 for a year. So you know what? If the AI conversation is one of the main reasons you're thinking about buying the D1, that ongoing cost is definitely something you need to factor in. But it's also probably the best reason to buy this thing. I was going to say that all the stuff that I showed you and all the things that I was doing with the D1, no subscription, right? That was all standard out of the box. So you know what, if you want to get more elaborate, that's when the subscription is going to kick in. But you know what, the remote is good, the phone app is better, but the fact that you can program the actions is definitely cool. But you know what, the AI conversational relationship is the killer app here. Now, away from the AI, there are also some useful sensors built into the D1. It doesn't have a camera, but there is a proximity sensor at the front, and that means if I send it towards an obstacle, rather than simply walking straight into it, the D1 can detect that something's there and it can change direction, and that makes it quite interesting, and it makes a difference because if you're letting it move around the room rather than controlling every step yourself, at least you know that it's not going to be smashing the place up. There's also sensing underneath. If you pick the D1 up, you'll see the legs automatically move into a different position, and also if you look at the face, it doesn't really like being picked up. But the idea is that the legs do put themselves into a position, so if it falls, those legs are positioned to reduce the risk of damaging the mechanism. Now, I did test this from a very small height, and yeah, you know what, it survived perfectly well, but I'm not going to start throwing it around the studio just to find out exactly where his limits are. Got to remember, it's a his, not a its. Anyway, guys, look, there you have it. And actually, you know what, I've had a lot of fun with this little guy. The movement is good, there are loads of built-in actions, and I really like having the choice between the physical remote and the app. The programming side gives you something else to experiment with, particularly for users interested in robotics and STEM. That's science, technology and mathematics, if you don't know that. But anyway, but for me, the feature that makes the D1 genuinely interesting is the AI conversation. I loved it. Being able to sit here and actually have a back and forth conversation with a small robot like this takes it well beyond just another remote controlled toy. I mean, the AI can be a little bit over enthusiastic at times, that's fine, but you know what, you can change the personality, and during my testing it understood me well and the conversation flowed surprisingly naturally. Yes, a little bit of a lag, but you know what, that's to be expected. The only real thing that I'll keep in mind is that subscription, but you know what, it's not a deal breaker. $99 for a year, you know what, you can't buy that kind of fun. If the AI features are the main reason why you want one, then you probably need to factor that in. And guys, at the time of this video going live, you know what, you can pick up the GoGoBot D1 for around $500. Yes, I know, $500, right? It's a lot. It's not a toy. This thing is like a piece of engineering. It's a piece of AI engineering that's only going to develop over the time. Because you know what, with ongoing AI improvements, this is a buy once and it will evolve over time. So maybe an investment. And it's one of those things that you buy for one thing and end up finding that it does 100 other things. So you know what, I think it's good. Now, I'll be sure to leave any links and any discounts in the description. And guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And if you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And if you'd like to see more of my content, then please subscribe and click on the bell icon so you could be notified of new videos. Thanks to you guys for watching, and thanks to GoGoBot for sending me this. I'm not going to call it a cool piece of kit to review. I'm going to call it a new friend. Yeah, thanks to GoGoBot for sending me this new friend to review, or maybe to live with now. I don't know. I'm going to turn him back on in a minute. I've had to keep him off because, you know, it's a bit like that. But anyway, I'm Dave for Seen Through a Lens, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.